Good evening, everyone. This is Kumar Swami This is Veer Maheshwar Charitable Trust Latur MS India, organizing daily international webinar series. In this series, we are inviting the speakers from India and abroad. The speakers are sharing their knowledge as per their field of study and research. And we are gaining the knowledge from speakers every day on different topics. The topics are related to education, health, law, technology, environment, etc. Today we welcome our today's speaker, Dr. Nethravathi K. Kalburgi. She is Academician, Coordinator, BMS, School of Commerce, JAIN, deemed to be University, Bengaluru, Karnataka. And her topic of speech is Vedic and Skills Education in India. I welcome you, ma'am, from my organization and all the participants, those who are joined here. I also welcome all the participants, those who are present here and joining here. This is topic related to our NEP, and we are eager to listen from her on the topic Vedic and Skills Education in India. Dr. Nethravathi K. Kalburgi from Bengaluru, Karnataka. Welcome you, ma'am, and we request you can start your speech. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Sir, I hope my PPT is visible. Sir, I hope my PPT is visible. Sir, is my... Okay, thank you. Thanks for the reply.
Visible.
Yeah. So, first of all, Dan, good evening. I just wanted to say namaste to all because I think the namaste has like contact with the heart, right? So it is very close and we feel that, okay, we belongs to, okay, Bharat. Okay, today I have just taken my... Sorry, I have taken a topic that Vedic and skills education in India. So whenever we hear the word called as a Vedic or a skills, it sounds very good. But what actually is happening in the modern education system, as we observed, we start pressurizing the kids like to be a top performer of the class. Whenever a kid participate in the any competition, as a parent, will be having such a dream. The kid has to win, right? Out of 40 of the class, all 40 cannot win, right? Whoever maybe performs for the time definitely will be a winner. So like that. So there are many instances like we are doing a we are parenting. I don't know where actually we are moving on. How many kids are with full of wisdom of multiple skill sets, right? We are just, I don't know, like as I observed the many people, they either focus on only like one of the art, they send one dance school, okay, it's done, and maybe interpersonal skill, the child will not be having like that. So we are focusing on like complete 90% of academics and 10% of the skill set. Maybe some sorts of vidya to the child. So today's topic, like I have taken in order to like make aware where exactly we are moving on. What is our Vedic and skill set of the India talks about. So, integration of this ancient wisdom with the modern competences is highly important, as we all agree with that, right? So, if there is no Vedic, okay, the essence or a flavor in our education, I think our education is going to become a scrap. So, most of the philosophers nowadays talking about like India is lagging, the youths are lagging the skill set, they cannot cook their own food, they cannot manage themselves. a lot of depressions, then a child, okay, very poor leadership qualities, high temper, anxiety issues, and failure of relations. See, actually, these are not a failure of like parenting. It's also a failure of somewhere like education. As we were talking about the IKS nowadays, Indian knowledge system to be a part of our education system, but to what extent we are like aligning that? IKS should not be studied as one of the elective. IKS should be studied, okay, like in terms of stabilizing our, okay, the young minds, right? So, Vedic and skills education in India is very important. As I'll start with an example of Krishna and Arjun. Holistic skill development is being done through the Krishna guidance to the Arjun. So the education system should be like aligned in such a way that Lord Krishna guidance, like throughout the Bhagavad Gita, he represents a deep understanding of what the world is, what the responsibilities, what is called as selfish, what is, okay, how need to be, we should be under the self control, emotional balance, like how to master our fears, okay, come out from the doubts and take a strong call, take a strong decisions, come out from the confusions with a clarity what exactly need to be done, right? And right time, right decision making. Don't take an impulse decision or come into the force, or maybe with we say one slogan like many times, when you're happy don't take a decision, when you're sad don't take a decision, right? So decision making is also one of the like one of the ancient skill, okay, where the our gurukula system was constant, like much talking about, and like strengthening the wisdom of the shishyas of those days. So this wisdom, the same wisdom has helped Arjuna to overcome from the all sorts of dilemmas, mental stress, okay, in the battlefield. How, well, like we are very easily able to connect to the modern era. Our students are like, as I told you, like strong decision making, confused, dilemma. They're joined the course, but don't know what has to be done. Most of the degree students, I think, if you can just inquire them, what exactly your wish is. Some people will say that, okay, just has a like I just wanted to do it, but they have not even started any preparation. Definitely, they don't land up. So, being an academician or maybe a parent, okay, what exactly we need to do? Like how Krishna showed the, okay, right path and made him aware like what exactly is going to happen in future if you don't take a call right now. So there is a requirement of such type of education, such type of parenting to make the child look at least next 40 years, okay, where you want to be. It's a very simple question. Whenever you go for an interview, the HR people will ask us, okay, next year down 10 years down the line, where you want to see. There's a very normal statement has we have heard. Why we are not asking our kids? Why we are not asking our students? Right? What are their preparations? And definitely this makes them, okay, like get aware of all the scenarios in the initial, so that they'll become more cautious and more performing, right? So we can, I think, guide them in the right way. Yes, over the modern competences, when you compare to the modern competences, Arjuna demonstrate like more like employable competences. As we have seen, he had a technical skill, he had a great focus and concentration on exactly what need to be done. He had a very good leadership, and he is accountable for everything. Whatever he has done, like he was accountable. I'm not fighting for myself, I'm fighting for the justice, right? So if the justice doesn't win, okay, like justice is like it's become the, okay, it will not become a part of a game. So justice should be there in the world. So for that reason I should fight. That was his agenda when he entered the Kurukshetra. So resilience and adaptability, recovering failure from failure is like it's very important. As we have seen the many episodes of Mahabharata, we're all aware how many like failures, okay, they have seen. Draupadi Vastraparan, maybe the Abhimanyu, we have seen a lot of instances in the Mahabharata where it deals with the failures, right? They lost the game, okay, like that. We have a lot of examples over there, right? It is nothing like we are also facing the same similar type of challenges in the nowadays world, but the scenarios change. That's all. They lost the kingdom, right? Or people are losing their like employability, personal relations, maybe the a lot of issues even the young generations, the millennials are facing with. So we need to teach them how to recover from the failure and focus exactly what they need to avoid the confusion. So, yeah, there is a as we know that India is a very rich educational like cultural heritage, right? So we have, our roots are from Vedas and Upanishads, which like talks about the skills education, how a person should be, okay, how you can mold yourself, like how you can create and like value to yourself in a market, uh, how the practical okay competences can enrich, right, all those. So like lot of examples are there in Mahabharata and Ramayana, okay, related to all this. Yeah. Vedic education system, when we talk about, so we had a Gurukul system. We concentrated on the holistic development. We focused on values, discipline, and knowledge. Like we say that if you are not teaching your kids, right, if you're not teaching your students properly, like we are equivalent that we are participated in terrorism, right? There is a quote, very popular quote: if you're not providing the fruitful education in terms of values, holistic development, discipline, knowledge, if we are not giving to our young generation, it is just like we are okay a part of the terrorism. So it is too dangerous that a teacher who don't teach all this, a doctor who don't treat properly, right? So all these are equivalent to the like negative okay impact on the market. So we need to focus on holistic development. That is what our new education policy talks about. So our core element of Vedic education is it derived from Vedas, Upanishads, Vedangas. Talks mainly about the moral education, how the dharma to be protected, and how the spiritual mindset to be inculcated, which leads to intellectual growth. Intellectual, we talk about IPR, intellectual property rights, right? But we are not talking about how a person can be can use his own intellect as a as an asset, right? So has soon the young generation climb a success of ladder, okay, one or two steps, they'll be having a lot of attitude, arrogance, and Ravana mindset, or maybe the Duryodhan mindset that getting one or two wins, it doesn't mean that you have won everything. Okay, so there is a requirement of showing them the whole life scenario and teaching them, okay, from the examples of the teaching them from the examples of our Vedas is very important, right? Like a person will be like, as we have seen the young generation, whenever they win something, they'll be very happy, excited. When they lose, like they'll go to extreme depressions. So they don't have the behavioral control, mental strength, or maybe the how to fight with the stress, how to come out of this zones. Okay, all this is very important to address. So that is what I'm like today discussing about the skill education in India, training in as we have seen. Okay, the what is skill? Okay, in the ancient India, training in warfare, agriculture, medicine, art, craft, trade. Right. So we have seen expertise of all this. Okay, a single man will be having at least some percent of knowledge on all this area, right? So like when you take a Chanakya is a single person, right, having all sorts of like different sorts of knowledge, okay, through the our 64 kalas and four Vedas, so they are well versed. If without technology, if ancient education can contribute the person like Chanakya, why we are not able to bring the same similar system of education in our India today, right? Somewhere in between, we nowadays, yes, we are talking much about the IKS, Then open electives we have given as per the UGC and NEP regulations. We started introducing the other streams, discipline to the other discipline. We started merging. We are giving a collaborative sort of education. We are focusing on the transdisciplinary form of education. But I think in way somewhere in between we slightly distracted with okay, you are a commerce only, you need to study a commerce paper. You're a management student, management only, right? So why we are not concentrating on the skill education? Okay, so varieties of skill educations we'll discuss throughout this presentation, and let's try to understand where actually we are landed today. I'm an I'm an academician. As I observe the generations of today, I feel like why they don't have seriousness, why they're not focusing on employability. They're very good in terms of their communication, but very good in terms of technology, but lagging how to manage self. What do you want to do? I'll see after degree, ma'am. This is what the question is, right? So somewhere we are not making them get aware of the things which is required actually for their age, for their scenario. Okay, we are just focusing on okay, you take degree, you will get a job. Okay, we are making them as slaves. Are we making them as slaves? Are we pushing them for the labors? Employment is very important. It's a very precious a scenario, but everyone is going to become an employer who is going to have a skillful jobs, right? As we have observed nowadays, ordinary painter, like it's a very fantastic profession. We are not talking about anything over here has like exaggerated. Okay, a painter is going to charge 3,000 per day. He may work 20 days per month, he will earn 60,000. How much our graduates are earning today, right? A plumber, if works the whole day, he will charge around 1.5 to 2,000, right? Again, it comes around 20 days per month, 20 days per month, and he's going to get around 40,000 of income, right? And how much our degree, our graduate is earning? Why we are not teaching at least the basics of their home? They can do it. Why we are not making them like understand the importance of skill? No job is very cheap. No job is very rich, right? A person has to be well versed with different sets of skills which is required in the regular life. So in Mahabharata, when you take like Arjuna's archery training is given by the Guru Dronacharya, reflecting the skill education based on precision, discipline, focus, continuous practice, demonstrating the outcome-based learning. Right? Nowadays we talk more about the outcome-based education. Is it not outcome-based education? So similarly, like Nakula Sahadeva were very well trained under the animal husbandry and administration, showing the early vocational education. So this our ancient education emphasized more on the holistic competence, technical skill, enhancing the character, making responsible to society, aligning education with societal needs, all like they used to align everything as per the societal requirement. But are we providing education in that way, so where a single student can serve the multiple requirement of a society? No, we are just focusing on software. He's very good at software. Apart from that, he cannot manage his own self. Maintaining his clothes, maintaining his own daily routines, impossible from him. Is this a outcome of education? Are we strengthening him in terms of only certificates, or something we're missing somewhere? So that question we should ask ourselves, and I think answer is within hers only. Some examples of our 64 kalas like fine arts, technical skills, communication and creativity. And it is like called as early mapping of a skills. Lavakusha, when we take an example, they are good in terms of fine arts, as I told you, poetic narration, music. Whenever we have seen some episodes in medias, right? We have seen the wonderfully Lavakusha is singing music, in order to bring them, and understand how the Rama life, went on, and maybe the uprising through the okay, poetry, narration, okay, was a wonderful art. Okay, they had that individual aptitude also important where we, okay, map. So coming to the teacher-student relationship, when we talk about ancient to the modern, right? Guru Shishya Parampara was there. Nowadays, like uh, uh, we are not allowed as a teacher, we are not allowed to punish the student. Okay, so due to so many issues happened, so many cases have been filed. Okay, those cases are exclusive. Even we are not allowed to say a single statement. Okay, the freedom of a teacher is completely cut down in terms. Okay, you are we have seen an example in every day in the newspapers, in the news we hear, right? So, what is a Guru Shishya Parampara? So, are we the teacher as a teachers? Are we well versed in, okay, training the students? Are the students are like told that your teacher is ultimate? Just listen to their in academics, in improvising your skill set, believe them in their words, right? Completely all like positive things, right? So both the sides somewhere I think missing, right? Our teacher is like very tech savvy, okay, the technical education we are giving, but what about the moral education? What about the skill education what we are providing, right? So we have a different types of, okay, education like engineering, your science, commerce, arts, right? Wherever we are able to connect our Vedic system, I would like to like very strongly advise, okay, through an IKS we are now leading with initiatives, or maybe the transdisciplinary learning. We have an opportunity now as per the UGC regulations and NAP regulation. So we need to strongly recommend in academics, and we should think out of box. Okay, what best we can provide for our kids, and we can train the faculty first. Through that, we can, okay, make the faculties will become very strong warriors of the society to train the young, okay, chance. So Guru Shishya Parampara, personalized mentoring, right? So mentoring is a very mandatory concept according to new education policy. The education institutions were said to run the mentoring classes. Okay, the students are the mentees and the faculties are the mentor. Listen to their story, grievances, guide them, support them mentally. All this we talk about. Like, is it enough? Okay, personal mentoring. So we need to identify what the student is very good about, right? And we need to push him towards his destination. It is very important to build a character, right? Well, just one example I wanted to take out here. Japan is that country. I think most of the people knows about that and agree. Okay, it's not a rocket science or what I'm sharing. I'm just sharing a very generalized information which we actually know. In Japan, up to I think 3 to 6 years, there is no education. There is no examination in the education. They only teach a child a skill, a manners, a behavior, a discipline. A child can um, like how to give a respect, okay, how to be socially responsible when any a conceived lady comes, how to give a seat when any elderly people comes, old people, okay, they met across, how to give a respect to them, how to honor them, how to say excuse, okay, all this, right? So where we're actually going to, okay, where we're actually started our journey in education, are we teaching all that character building? Okay, so need to be, okay, focused on this area. The Guru Shishya Parampara of the ancient education exemplifies like personalized mentoring, character building. Dronacharya like build Arjuna as a very individual, okay, and disciplined, lifelong teacher. Okay, student born not shaped only by the master. He was not only a teacher who taught the archery. He was also a teacher. Okay, so who taught humility, sense of duty. So this is how our ancient education, okay, makes a great contribution towards recent education. So modern skills in education is important, focusing on employability, occasional training, industrial oriented training, right? All this we started long back. We are actually in practice of all this. We are focusing on how to make the student employable, how to give the occasional training, and how to make them like industrial fit, okay, industry fit, and how to reduce the gap, eliminate the gap between industry and academia? What type of courses, what type of certifications, what type of skill set we need to inculcate among them? All this we have just started, but we need to also measure how far it is working. Okay, what is the achievement level? So what extent we are able to make a difference in the young champ's life? In modern India, skills education focused, I think, on all this employability, vocation, industry, but are they sustaining? Are they surviving? Okay, in the industry. Okay, how far they are able to achieve their targets, or maybe employment pressure in in a industry, that also need to be understood. Many of the corporate, I think they'll be having a counselors, as everyone knows this, right? Whenever employee will struck into an issue, he goes to his local counselor and he start briefing, this is what happened yesterday, this is what happened today, right? And I am struck up in this. All sorts of, like, every day they try to counsel an employee and they try to find out the solution for that, right? Our corporate counselors are playing a very great role, in contributing or maybe helping to come out from like stress or maybe their negativity or negative mindset or office politics, all those. Somewhere we have started efforts, but we also need to continue and give a very good proper shape in order to convert into a fruitful conversations or maybe a mapping of the employability. So how relevance, we are just talking about the relevance of Vedic values today. Ethics and integrity, we have seen, right? What ethics we are teaching to our kids, to our students. Okay, what's an integrity? What, like, they should understand what do you mean by integrity, right? So self-discipline. You don't have to cheat others. You don't have to be indisciplined towards others. If you are indisciplined by yourself, it's a great loss. First, you should understand what is self-discipline and lifelong learning, right? Whatever you are learned, it's not a waste. How to utilize it, right? And any challenge when they come across in life, I think whatever they have learned earlier, definitely they will use it one fine day. I think most of my generation people will understand what exactly I mean, right? Whatever skill set we have learned, in our schooling and in our college days, definitely I think we might have used, once in our lifetime. It is very fruitful. So we should make the student to understand the same thing. Whatever you are learning today is an asset, right? It's a lifelong learning. Don't forget this very important understanding of life, how to implement in your decisions, right? So yes, as I was talking about, it's there in the slide, right? Guiding individuals make responsible decisions, maintain professional honesty, and continuously upgrade their knowledge in rapidly changing competitive world. So when I'm started as I started as a professor in a career, 18 years before, after completing my 1 year of corporate exposure, I just started questioning myself. What is a new thing I'm doing it today in the classroom? Am I fit to be this particular class? I'm not measuring as a profession first. Okay, what is a good contribution I have given for today's class? What the new thing I have shared with among the students? Uh, uh, are my students happy for the day? Right? Measuring of each class is very important for an academics and for parents also. What the good things I taught my child today, right? One statement of correcting them with their previous mistake or a current mistake and guiding them, continuously, definitely shapes them like a very beautiful sculpture, right? We know that a stone is going to convert into a sculpture not just because of a one hit or a one pain, which it takes a continuous efforts, for an artisan to bring an art out of it, right? Bring an idol out of it. So our education system should continuously focus on adopting this Vedic values in order to mold them like our heroes of the Vedic system, Ram, Bharat, right? Krishna, Arjun, right? These are also not imagined character. We are able to prove out of our science even, right? if ancient people are so brilliant, where we are then now, right? Vedic education also and comparison with soft skills, right? They had a very good communication, leadership, emotional balance, critical thinking, right? So, uh, like making a war, okay, ideas or maybe strategies. So we can think, we can see in the critical thinking. So many movies we have seen, like which have reimagined, right, and telecasted in front of us, like. Um, um, I'm just hesitating to take an example. It should not become a controversy. I'm just taking an example of a critical thinking, right? When we have seen the Kangana Ranawat in the movie, right? We have seen like how a lady beautifully structures the war, right? Thinks what has to be done. When there is a shortage of soldiers, she uses a woman, okay, has a trains them, and as a soldier she converts them, and they definitely fights, okay, for their freedom, for their keeping up the respect of the dynasty, right? So whenever we like have observed our previous warfares, maybe the previous decisions taken by our kings, monarchs, okay, we have observed the critical thinking. Okay, they are very well trained with critical thinking, emotional balance, even at the time of stress, how to react, what type of decisions to be taken, how the strategies to work at the last moment, what's the plan A, B, C, D, E, right? So whenever a child fails, okay, he had only one plan. If plan A failed, he will get to depression. He will go for depression, right? Plan B, plan C, plan D, we have not even thought, right? So leadership, we are like focusing, you should be a monitor of the class, okay, your class should listen to you. Are this is a teaching, or this is like developing a child mental state? No, leadership is something, you don't have to be a leader, okay, to show your leadership. You just have to be very good with all and help them in their emergencies or needful situation. That itself is called as leadership. Okay, communication, it's a very wonderful tool, I think, right? Even you can nowadays, I think I can tell that you can melt a stone also with your beautiful communication, right? You, if you have a communication, the challenges of life is not a challenge at all. With your communication you'll be able to solve a lot of problems. Communication resolves, okay, the horrible situations. If the people don't understand, obviously there will be a Kurukshetra war, right? And there will be a, okay, Lanka Dahan, nothing can be done. So there is plan B, that's a plan B, right? So plan A is go according to communication, try to deal directly, face to face, accept the realities of both the side and get compromise. If not, you'll be having plan B, right? And the two legally, ethically. So this is what, okay, we need to teach them how to be emotional, okay, fit. Bridging Vedic and modern skills is very important. Value based education, we are talking about. Many schools have adopted the value educators, and they tell the student, like, you note down every day what exactly you are going to do in a 12 hours, what you have done in a 24 hours, what you have done. Okay, what the one good thing you have done per day, just note it down. We have seen the schooling, all this is they're trying to adopt. Okay, it's very good, right? I think we need to look into this very seriously to inculcate this as a full-time teaching, right? In our giving the not as a medicine per month, one session, two session, or continuously, okay, monitor them, monitor their progress. We understand that the syllabus pressure will be on the faculty members. Faculty members runs short of time to complete their academics. Yes, we understand as a challenge, but yes, there is another phase of an education is you need to inculcate value among them. If there is no value with certificate, okay, the student is just like bank deposit where we don't have a key, okay, to withdraw that. No use. Only we just have to see and feel happy. Okay, no interest will come out of that. It's ceased deposit, right? So it has to be fruitful to the society. So we need to inculcate the skills among the youths. and technical skills, right? So whenever has I think it's a very funny, if I can tell you, we have seen our parents, right? A mother, a parents, we have seen whenever there is any repair at home, they used to do it by themselves. Maximum time we have seen a father is struggling, okay, to repair the repair the tooth, the bulb, or maybe the wrist watches. They just used to open it. They used to change the pen, okay, from the refill, and they used to reinsert it. And like some examples we have seen, stitching their own clothes, okay, which is like recently damaged. Many small things we have seen our nannies doing, okay, the art craft work, right, craftsmanship, like arts, right? They used to also teach, okay, their young generations, maybe prayer, like praying prayers, songs, okay, boosting their young generation, okay, mindset with the positivity by storytelling. All this we have seen. But those dinks we call as, right, double income and no kids, maybe double income with less concentration on the kids nowadays, right? I think. And families are focusing on the I can say that break of families, right? Nuclear, as we can call, the very right word. uh, who is there to teach them all this? Parents are very busy, okay, with their laptop, cell phone, scrolling the screen thousand times a day. But what the values we are giving? Kids are precious assets. Don't we have to teach, okay, the good skills to them? It's not only parenting, also teachers, right? So what we're teaching them in the classrooms, only technical skills, are value based skills, are skill sets? What is required, okay, for the present generation? So we need to just revise once before we go to the class. At least one general knowledge, one information, one skill per day importance, if we can share among our kids, I think when we complete our year, academic year, I think you can see a larger difference among the kids. Holistic development, human development is ultimate intention of our combination of the Vedic and the modern education system. So sustainable development, what is like, yes, we talk about 17 SDG goals, SDG goals in education, like EDG, environmental development goals, SDG, sustainable developmental goals, right? We are very masters in talking about the 17 goals, what goals are going to match with what actions of an university, of a company, which, okay, SDG they align with their operations, product manufacturing, right? We talk about all these things. What is sustainable developmental then? Documentation, is it? Might be like showing for a papers, showing in a papers. So we need to know like what exactly that sustainable development is. So when you take the ancient education, the sages used to teach the student, they used to practice them, okay, how to give a respect to the nature by performing the yagnas, okay, sacrificial rituals, okay, environmental mindfulness, okay, balanced living, routines of the day, simple routines of the day, how much to study, how much to work, how much to meditate, okay, and how to be a responsible citizenship, contributing towards the society welfare, right? As we have seen in the example of King Harishchandra rules, right? So who focused on duty, honesty, and care for his own people. I don't know what he has earned in his life, but still we remember him as one of the great king who sacrificed, okay, for the loyalty, for the, okay, his own, okay, honesty. Yeah. So, what actually the challenges existing in our society nowadays? We are have a wonderful education system. Our curriculum is so good, but integration of Vedic and ancient, okay, flavor is very important in our curriculum. So lack of awareness. Most of the people are like, yes, we are very good academicians. We are very good have a class deliverable. Usually, actually, I'm a teacher who handle okay the numericals like cost and management accounting, financial accounting, and tax papers for the students. I always like come out of my topic sometimes from the class, and I'll just start talking. Okay, like what's the moral? If one student give a comment, I'll just try to connect with the okay our Indian knowledge system and what exactly the our ancient okay system talks about. Ancient culture talks about the particular statement of a student, right? I'll try to align their understanding, their perception, okay, how it was earlier and how this young generation is accepting any statement. Okay, what will be their mindset? Why they're not, why they cannot think out of box, right? So awareness is important. Even you can be a teacher, right? An ordinary teacher of like who is teaching a tax paper, anything. So we should first strengthen ourselves as an academician. What is missing in the young generation? We should try to get aware, and we should be deliverable in the classroom so that we can mold, structure them properly, structure them beautifully so that we can give a great contribution to the nation, right? When I was started my career, I just after looking at the young generation, I used to think we need a army education, military system of education to the kids. Okay, we need to teach them a discipline. When we see indiscipline, I as a young okay when I started a profession, I has a lot of complaint kids will do like this like that. And then later slowly after 1 year, 1.5 year, I started understanding and putting myself in the profession. Yes, the teacher role is not getting irritated or maybe the angry on the part of the students. We need to like try to understand them why their behavior is like that, how to mold them, how to shape them, how to make them understand what is their goal of the life, right? And how to make them calm during the stressful situations, telling an example and making them aware your problem is nothing, okay, nowhere, and you have a lot of solutions in front of you. Just think and decide, think, like sit and think, right? The solution will be in front of you. The only life we have that we should make okay more beautiful every day, and people should around us should be happy, right? Not by bucketing our with our own spreading of smiles, spreading of positivity, motivating them, make them aware of the issues, talking to them very calmly while in the other stressful situation. If they're shouting, it's okay. Written shouting is not at all entertainable. Let the person to talk when he's in angry. Just try to make them understand later on. If the situation is out of your control, what actions to be taken. Like this, I think some awareness we need to inculcate among these youngsters who are recently facing a lot of challenges. Even whenever still we are trying to inculcate the IKS and the Vedic system, but I think it is not reaching okay to the level of expectations. Modernization is required, but what we are diluting, we are diluting our strength of Indian ancient heritage system, right? So, in the name of modernization, we are stopped giving respect to the elders. Like we have started thinking, I'm earning good, and no one is brilliant like me. We have made them more competitive. We have made them more advanced. We have made them more objective oriented. But somewhere in his life, he's failing. Or rank. And we know this. Rank holders cannot succeed. Like all rank holders cannot be successful in life. All the failures definitely will not fail in the life. I had a teacher. Who used to teach us the accounts when I was a student of PU. He used to say that if your guys fail in the examination, there is no loss. You have a lot of supplementary examinations. You can clear it off. If you fail in your own life, okay, by not inculcating, okay, good character features, self inspiration, I think no one can help you up. No one can lift you up, right? So always you should you should be molded, okay, structured by yourself. We have seen the eagle when it becomes old, okay, it may not be easily catch its prey, right? It gives a rigorous punishment for itself. Okay, weeks together, it tries to sharpen its beak, okay, to come out as a great warrior again, right? All these are examples, okay? We know everything, but we are not, okay, trying to reach the right audience at the right time, at the right statement. This is what very important and the gist of my session today. And the last is, yeah, way forward, we have the research and documentations we're talking about. Yes, it's required. And just we are talking about the numbers, how to do a research and write a research article, present in a conference. We're talking about what type of research we are not focused on. Just make them understand. Are we concentrating only on the documentation of a education system, documentation of a corporate, any industry, wherever we are working as an employees, right? We're talking about only like we're talking about research, innovations brings change in the market, but mindset brings change in the market, right? Documentation, we are focusing more on that, but not a human behavior building, right? And curricular reforms has to happen in a very great way. We don't want to change our curriculum. Definitely no. The curriculum itself, whatever, wherever it's placed, it's good in its place, right? Apart from curriculum, we need to have something, right? Also added benefit in the academics, in the company, wherever. A teacher's training is also very important. You have like a lot of training nowadays going on as a free of cost. One of the best I attended recently the Malaviya Mission teachers training. The 2-3 sessions I have attended. Even being a teacher, I feel somewhere like most of the times I feel myself like I'm not like fit enough in the academics. I need to learn a lot of things where I can deliver lecture like flawlessly in the classroom. My students should become like whispering after the each session. So I just wanted to train myself in future. I'm just on the path of it. I don't know. I may not be reached even 10% of the whispering sessions. I'm focusing on that. Then only the teacher role, okay, is successful in the life. So teachers training, continuous training, knowledge, okay, inbuilt knowledge, then like structural knowledge and delivery is important for our teachers. Vedic, okay, system can easily adopted when there is a teacher's participation and teachers understanding what is about the Vedic and ancient education system. Lot of gurukulas we are talking about, and lot of videos we have seen in our WhatsApp, in our Facebook, in our LinkedIn. Okay, we have seen a lot of gurukula videos, right? They show how exactly they are involved in giving a holistic education to our students and what type of vidyas and kalas. Okay, they are teaching the student in order to make okay them more well versed okay in the different fields so that when they come out okay after the graduation they'll be like a very good contributors to the nation and society. Yeah, example, I was talking about curriculum reforms, right? We had something called as very beautiful write up called as Chanakya Niti. How many of us we have studied that, right? Let us not be religious oriented. Let us not be okay focused more on the like societal whatever the issues exactly is happening. Let us read okay each and every book. Okay, I'm very great fan of a Robin. Okay, who's a great author, right? So whenever we look at this type of books, we feel that okay, yes, I have to change myself, right? There is so many things okay which I don't know. Definitely, a teacher, if study reads all this, they'll get a lot of examples when they talk in the classroom. Automatically, their understanding tries to talk okay very brilliantly with the students and mold them very brilliantly. And political etiquettes, right? What actually the political etiquettes we are following, how it was in ancient education system, right? Actually we need to understand from our ancient education system what is politics and how to be a part of the politics, right? So, and what not to do, what to do, right? All this we need to understand to build a wonderful society. So, Vedic education provides the values and the wisdom. We know that, right? So, skill education ensures the economic growth, not only Okay, it's an individual beneficial. It also, okay, leads our economic growth of a country. Yes, teachers, parents, all the stakeholders of society, students, okay, the youths, young generation. When all these people come together, I think they can definitely shape a balanced future of the nation. Yeah, thank you so much. Betkar sir, I'm done with my session.
Thank you, Dr. Nethravathi ma'am. Your opinion on this Vedic and skills India are very much studied, and how the our old age, our world ancient India skills were, how they use to create a best citizen or a king. Every dimension they have prepared all these things. And in today's year also, how the skills can be developed so that there should be a best student or the students which can be held responsible for the societal growth, all these things. Thank you, ma'am. I also welcome the future speaker, our this series, who is present here. Dr. Sondarya Madam, I welcome you for joining here. Thank you. And we also welcome our director, Veerabhadraji Ganacharya, who is director of our Veer Maheshwar Charitable Trust. We are happy enough that today he is celebrating his birthday. Sir, we wish all the best and happy birthday to you for joining here and enjoying this Vedic literature, Vedic knowledge with our Skills India. Thank you, sir. And the dais is open for the discussion. Those who want to discuss with our speaker, they can unmute themselves. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah,
Ma'am,
sir. I would like to thank first
it's a marks
Betkar sir.
versus mind.
Yes, sir. Yes, Prashant sir.
Ma'am, it is a marks versus mind. Mindset.
Marx
Yeah, right?
versus.
Mindset, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we have to be focused on the mindset, right?
Sir, see, actually, this will become a controversial statement. Actually, see, we need to try inculcating our ancient education system along with our academics because we are competing with the global, okay, competencies. So the focusing on both is very important. Modern education system definitely try making the students to compete with the globe. But okay, when ancient education system puts its flavor, I think we can achieve the sky.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you, Prashant sir, for joining and for discussing with our speaker. Now we welcome Dr. Swanand Shukla sir, please.
Good evening, Dr. BETKAR, sir. Good evening, ma'am. Wonderful presentation you have made. And really, we should not leave our roots and we should grow further. I think if there are no roots, I think the tree will not allow, can put
Definitely, sir.
itself.
I think you justified in a single statement my whole presentation.
Right.
I
So
think
wonderful.
somewhere the statement is missing in my presentation, I believe. So I think you just.
So we are together. We have to complete it, isn't it? So I'm doing my job. So what I'm feeling that wonderful presentation what we have made, and no doubt what the techniques people were using in that time at that time, and today there is a little difference. But they were doing, they were using technology. They were having, vehicles. They were having some aeroplanes. They were having, all kind of weapons. They were having writing skills, and they were storing. They were making their storage of all those the literacy, what we can say, literature and science and everything they have made. So I think we are also connected with that, and no doubt nowadays we are a techno-social people. We are not just a social animal, but now we are techno-social animal. That is the right word what I can find out. So we have to be there with the social as well as the techno word. And about the education system, what you said is very correct. Something is missing. We are growing fast. We are having a lot of information, but we are losing some things. Somewhere we are losing. The NAP talks about, the values, universal values has to be implemented. I've seen, most of the schools and colleges, they are having some model classes and this and other, departmental store. Means once that model class is over, their morals are over. So it should not happen like this. It should be it should be integral part of our personality trait that we should carry our culture, our religions, our, Vedic Shastras, and we should have Upanishads with us. Recently we had that session also with the same series. So we should carry that knowledge also. And really, if we are having both the ends in our hand, I think we'll conquer the world. Otherwise, the world is, you'll find it is in a dilemma or dandwa, bad and good and rich and poor. And, what I feel today and good feeling, bad feeling. So all these things are there. Always we are trapped in these two dandwas. And if we can conquer these two danvas, if we can go away from these danvas, then I think in a real true sense we can achieve, or we have understood the Vedic Shastras also. So I think wonderful presentation you have made, madam. Thank you very much. So it makes us to think further and further, and still my thinking process is going on. If you, BETKAR sir will permit, I can go for another 1 hour. But I know the restrictions of the timing, and with this I will conclude myself. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Sir. Your medicine field was also developed in the ancient India. At that time of operation, they were using the Shruta things. So from that, we are enriched in the knowledge and advanced technologies. Now we will thank you, Dr. Sir, for discussing. And I welcome Veer Singh ji. Sir, please.
जी सभी को नमस्ते। नमस्ते मैडम। मैडम, आपने वैदिक कौशल की जो बात की है, अगर हम आज के आधुनिक भारत को देखते हैं तो आर्य समाज आंदोलन से निकली हुई संस्थाएं, उनमें तो ये देखने को मिलता है। मैं अपने यहाँ का एक उदाहरण एग्जांपल देता हूँ। मेरठ और बागपत जिला है, मेरठ भी जिला है, दोनों के बीच में एक गंगा नहर है, उसके किनारे एक आर्य समाज आश्रम है। उसमें वो चीजें वैदिक कौशल की चीजें वहां पर रियल में देखने को मिलती हैं। वहां का अगर मैं एक धनुष विद्या की बात करूं, वहां की जो पृथ्वीराज चौहान जो निपुण थे, वो वास्तव में मैंने अपनी आंखों से वहां देखा है। बच्चे आश्रम में रहते हैं, ब्रह्मचर्य का पालन करते हैं, एक वहां पर ये कौशलता मिलती है। लेकिन अगर मैं महाभारत कालीन जहाँ लाक्षय ग्रह था वो जलाया गया था, ये ऐसे अवशेष वहाँ के बताए जाते हैं, वो भी मेरे नजदीक है। वहाँ पर भी है, उसमें वो लगभग वहाँ पर 10, 15, 20 बच्चे रह गए हैं। यानी आधुनिकता ने वैदिकता को कहीं न कहीं पीछे ढकेल दिया है। तो निजी जो संस्थाएं वो तो इसको स्वीकार नहीं करेगी। तो आप अपनी दृष्टि से कैसे देखती हैं इसको, संस्थाओं को लेकर, प्राइवेट को?
Sir, I just only I can only request to the academics, like academicians or the modern education system or the modern sectoral development. I can only request them. You are going for industrial visit, or maybe you are going for a corporate exchange programs, did that, or a student exchange program. Somewhere we need to focus in our education system. We need to even take our students over there to understand how this Vedic education even today, how it is surviving, and what the importance of those type of education institutions can get MOU signed along with the memorandum of understanding. Even they can be a part of an academics, they can come and teach our students. Sir, see, whenever there is a one good thing, we have seen that one wrong thing always will be associated with that, right? So we have critics, issues associated for each. Whenever you do something good for the people also, they'll be having negative mindset, you have done something wrong. So we cannot change a people. At least being responsible citizens of the society, at least from our side, we should not leave efforts. If our efforts will motivate at least one of three people at least, then again, it just like a chain, it spreads over a period of time. I think we can bring changes, not in a very faster way, at least in a slow way, we can make everyone aware. So we are taking the students for the trips, education trips, or maybe the international trips, university, okay, exchange program, all those. Why we are not focusing on taking our kids to these areas? Recently, we had an NSS in our campuses. We have taken the students to the extreme. Around 20 days, we have taken to the extreme end, okay, of the nature, and we have made them get aware. We just told them how to not to destroy the nature, everything. So it's I think it's an responsibility of us. Let us not blame the system anymore. Let us try to make a difference from our side, whatever is possible. Because if you're waiting for the other person to do it, we don't know how many years it will take to give a hit to that, or maybe identify that need to be done. Okay, their efforts we cannot wait. At least from our side, we try to do it. Okay, we cannot change a complete nation mindset within a day or a two, right? It should be a very continuous efforts. Meantime, it definitely will happen.
Thank you, madam.
थैंक यू जयवीर सिंह जी। आप बहुत रिच एरिया से हैं जहां हमें कुछ अवशेष देखने को मिलते हैं। वहां जाके हम निश्चित महसूस करेंगे कि अपना जो काल था वो कितना रिच है होता, और वो कितने हेल्दी थे, या कितने स्ट्रेंथ के थे, और वो कितने मोरल थे। तो सही में ऐसे चीज अपने स्टूडेंट्स को बिल्कुल दिखाना चाहिए। जैसे अब मैडम ने कहा है कि कहीं इधर उधर जाने के बजाय अगर एनएसएसआर का जैसा प्रोग्राम अगर हम ऐसे हिस्टोरिकल प्लेस पे गए तो निश्चित स्टूडेंट्स को इसका प्रभाव पॉजिटिव हो सकता है। थैंक यू मैम।
हाँ, Jalveer Singh sir, I'm very happy to talk to you. You are from our historical place. I think the vibes you have, I think you have the great sensation of the scenario. Okay, thank you so much for being a session participant.
धन्यवाद जयवीर सिंह।
Just a minute, sir. Yeah. I was there at Mudabidri, and it is such a wonderful land, I had seen over there, and so many institutes I have seen over there. So wonderful, Karnataka is beautiful, sir. It's a really very, very great place to see. All zigzag roads but very smooth roads, and the nature. And I was there for 15 days, with one of the CME. Thank you.
Sir, like that, many ashramas are over here. I think, yes, we need to, it's now our responsibility to make our students to get aware of all these things, so that we need to teach them what exactly the learning of the students over there and how to adopt in their life.
Great mandir, temples with great architecture. Still, we are unable to imagine how they have built it. So, it's a rich area, Karnataka, with architecture and old temples. Thank you, ma'am. Preeti Kumari, madam, if you want to discuss, you can discuss.
Good evening, ma'am.
Very good evening, ma'am.
मैम, मेरा ये क्वेश्चन था कि मतलब पुराना सिस्टम, एजुकेशन सिस्टम अच्छा था या वर्तमान का ये है, आपके व्यू में क्या है? मतलब प्रेजेंट वाला ज्यादा अच्छा था कि पहले वाला? क्योंकि जितना वैल्यूज और मोरालिटी दिखाया गया है, या फिर स्टूडेंट का डेवलपमेंट, या वो क्रिटिकल थिंकिंग हो, या फिर स्किल बेस्ड हो, तो आई थिंक उसमें पॉजिटिवली वोटिंग अगर किया जाएगा तो पुराने वाले को ही ज्यादा किया जाएगा। बट अभी के प्रेजेंट सिनेरियो में जो डिमांड है उस हिसाब से, मतलब उस लेवल से देखते हैं तो अभी का भी ये है, बट ज्यादा ही लिबरल हो गया है मुझे लगता है। आपके व्यू में क्या है ऐसा है?
Yes, ma'am. I think it's a very good question, Preeti ma'am. See, we cannot say something is great or something is not great. During that scenario, whatever the provisions of Gurukula system and maybe whatever the type of education system they provided, it was rightly suitable for that exact scenario. And when you compare to the modern, so we are teaching the global competency, as I told, but somewhere in terms of running behind the global competences, something we are leaving our roots. right? We are very strong in terms of decorating outside, but our roots are somewhere shaking. Okay, we don't know many skills we are forgetting, many skills we are not concentrating, many values we are leaving. We are not concentrating on that. We are just talking about the materialistic life nowadays in education. So a combination of both, I think we can, as I told you, the combination of this both will definitely will make us largely participate in the global competition. So it's the present education system should be combination of both. If you concentrate on one part, you are leaving the other part. So both the hands are important, both the eyes are important. Okay, to look into the 360-degree view. We cannot say that one is important, the other one is not important. As I told you, we are living in the this era, this 21st century, right? In this century, what is important to have a global competency, right? And along with the global competency, the missing things, if added, definitely I think uh, that's what I think I pressed to concentrated throughout my session. The combination will give a very good flavor, and we know we have a lot of ingredients at home. Whenever we cook, okay, we try to give a very good combination of many ingredients we have. In what proportions we have to make the dish more like tasty, very sober, like it depends upon a person who prepares the dish, right? Skill set is important, decision making is important, right? Under the pressureful situation, how to handle the dish, right? When something is not working, like how to adopt the other strategy. See, in a regular life, it is important, according to me, not in education. In regular life also, both the combination of ancient kalas, vidyas, and modern, okay, brilliancy is important.
Thank you, Priti Kumar madam. Now, Surya Prakash is waiting.
यहाँ आपने बताया वैदिक शिक्षा का, तो लव कुश का यहाँ वाल्मीकि नगर है, मेरे जस्ट 50 किलोमीटर आसपास है, जहाँ पे लव कुश का शिक्षा हुआ था। तो गुरुकुल वाला अभी भी है वहाँ, कुछ थी हिस्टोरिकल चीज है वहाँ पे। तो वहाँ पे बच्चे के साथ मैं अभी जा नहीं पाई हूँ, लेकिन वहाँ लव कुश का है। तो आई थिंक बहुत अच्छा एक्सपीरियंस मतलब होता है, जहाँ भी हिस्टोरिकल चीजें पहले वाले हैं, तो उससे मतलब बच्चों को इंस्पिरेशन मिलता है। लेकिन आई थिंक फिर भी पूरी तरीके से नहीं कहा जा सकता है कि न्यू एजुकेशन सिस्टम में मतलब अभी भी पूरी तरह से नहीं, इसमें कुछ और चेंजेस होना चाहिए, आई थिंक सो।
Yes, ma'am. We can only make the changes. We can only bring the changes. See, rather than taking to any other trip, in the last trip we taken our students to the Bengaluru, which is a very historical and ancient place in our Karnataka. So we are just teaching them how the our people, how people constructed the sculptures, and there is an image of a lady looking at a mirror. Okay, so we don't know how many years ago the mirror concept was there, and something she was holding in her pocket has a cell phone, okay, which she was operating. There was one idol which reflects, okay, the local guide will tell us that a lady is handling a phone, right? I think we have left a lot of knowledge which we are not able to connect what our earlier ancient wisdom was. If our ancient people are so brilliant, why that brilliancy cannot come in our regular life? So I think it's a high time we need to think about all these things. Let us start the revolution from our end, okay, than waiting for others to do it, others to bring a change on this. We must know how to convince our management, our hierarchy, okay, to approve all our requisitions to bring a changes in the our working environment.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Surya Prakash Vyas, please come ahead.
नमस्कार सर, नमस्ते मैडम। आपका उद्बोधन बहुत ही अच्छा था। और इस बारे में मैं कुछ और बातें भी करना चाहता हूँ। वैसे समय के हिसाब से बोला तो बहुत इसमें बहुत जा सकता है, लेकिन समय के हिसाब से, मर्यादा के हिसाब से मैं कुछ कहना चाहता हूँ। एक तो वैदिक जो पद्धति थी बहुत बढ़िया थी, तो उसको अगर सरकार कठोरता के साथ अगर लागू करेगी तो उसमें फिर ये भी एक हो सकता है कि वो एक धर्म विशेष को या संप्रदाय विशेष को प्रमोट करने के लिए किया जा सकता है, तो ये भी एक बहुत बड़ा इशू हो सकता है। और वैसे विश्व में अपन को उन्नति करनी है तो दूसरे देशों को देखते हुए रूस के साथ अपने आप को सामंजस्य करके चलना पड़ेगा। तो इसके लिए थोड़ी दूसरी जो भाषाएं उनको सीखना और उस हिसाब से अपना जो करिकुलम वो भी बनाना चाहिए। और बाकी तो जैसे हम्पी, ये विजयनगर साम्राज्य, उसके बारे में हमने पढ़ा है, उसको किस तरह से कितना उन्नत, और मतलब जो अब्दुल रजाक था उसने लिखा था पूरे दुनिया में मैंने घूमा हूँ, लेकिन स्वर्ग जैसा अनुभव मेरे को हम्पी विजयनगर साम्राज्य में हुआ। तो इतना रिच साम्राज्य था और उसको किस ढंग से लूटा गया, वहां पे किस ढंग से सब हुआ, सब इतिहास में मालूम है। इसके अलावा जैसे मेहरौली का लोह स्तंभ है, उस पर आज तक जंग नहीं लगा, तो उसमें मेटलर्जी कितनी श्रेष्ठ थी भारत की, वो कहाँ खो गई आज। इसके अलावा एक मैं आपको बता दूं कि भारत में जो लोहा का जो होता था, तो जब सिकंदर आया था तो उसने फिर जब पड़ोस जब वो एक बराबरी पे उनका युद्ध खत्म हुआ, तो उसने कहा था कि मतलब पुरोस ने कहा था कि आपको क्या चाहिए, तो सिकंदर ने कहा था कि मेरे को तुम इतना किलो है ना, ये जो है इतना लोहा दे दो। मतलब उस समय क्या लोहा इतना, और जो दमस्कस जो स्वॉर्ड मानी जाती है, तो वो इसी लोहे से बनाई जाती थी, मतलब उच्च कोटि की तलवार होती थी। और इसके अलावा जो जहाजरानी सिस्टम था, जो चोल साम्राज्य था, वो कितने हजार द्वीपों पे उन्होंने शासन किया था, तो उसमें जहाजरानी सिस्टम भी इतना उन्नत था। तो इस ढंग से भारत की जो संस्कृति और उसको किस ढंग से नष्ट किया गया, और हमको जो एक गुलाम बनाने के बाद में कि तुम्हारी हर चीज गलत थी, इस ढंग से हीन भावना उत्पन्न करने का प्रयास किया गया। इसमें एक है जो चोल राजा द्वारा बनाए गए एक मंदिर जो साउथ में है, उसमें कहते हैं कि उसके शिखर की छाया नहीं पड़ती पूरे, है ना, जो जब भी दोपहर हो कभी भी हो, मतलब किस वास्तु के साथ में उसको बनाया गया कि उसका जो शिखर है उसकी छाया कभी भी उसमें नहीं है। तो ऐसी बहुत सी चीजें, और कई जगह ऐसे ऐसे अपने को हजारों उदाहरण मिल जाएंगे जो आज में विश्व में आश्चर्य है। वो जो वेस्टर्न लोग आश्चर्य मानते हैं वो तो कुछ नहीं है, इंडिया में इतने जबरदस्त आश्चर्य है, लेकिन मतलब उनको अपन हाईलाइट नहीं कर पाए। ये कुछ गुलामी स्थिति रही है जो भी है, अब धीरे धीरे उस दिशा में कार्य हो रहा है और चाहते हैं कि और चीजें बाहर आए। और अपना एक है ना, वेदों में विज्ञान करके एक इंग्लिश में किताब भी छपी है, तो हमारे यहाँ संस्कृत प्रकोष्ठ है, उसमें जो है इस ढंग से उसमें उन्होंने, तो उसमें काफी दिया विमान के बारे में, काफी क्या शोध हुआ है उस कार्य में, चीजों में क्या था बेसिक। जैसे हनुमान चालीसा में आता है कि कितने योजन दूर पृथ्वी है, तो अगर उसको कैलकुलेट करें तो आज का जो होता है कि इतनी इतनी डिस्टेंस जो है सूर्य की ओर आती है। तो मतलब ऐसी चीजें शुरू से दी हुई है, लेकिन हम उसको जो है बता नहीं पाए या गुलामी के कारण उन चीजों को हाईलाइट नहीं कर पाए। जैसे जगदीश चंद्र बसु है, उन्होंने भी जो आविष्कार किया था उसको मार्कोनी ने अपने नाम से करा दिया था। महाराष्ट्र में बम्बई के तट पे जो कुछ बंधु, उनका मैं नाम भूल गया, उन्होंने जो है सबसे पहले ये जो है ये विमान का बना लिया था, लेकिन भारत गुलाम था इसलिए वो उसको पैटेंट नहीं करवा पाए, और फिर वो जो राइट ब्रदर्स ने अपने नाम से विमान हुए। तो ऐसी बहुत सी बातें हैं, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद मैडम।
धन्यवाद सर आपका और सभी का। अभी टाइम ऐसा हुआ है कि मैडम डायरेक्ट ऑफिस से आके कॉलेज से अपने सामने स्पीच के लिए बैठे हैं, वो थक गए हैं, फिर भी ये कमिटमेंट जो रहती है कि चलो स्पीच देना है, तो मैडम आके 1 मिनट तक नहीं रुके, डायरेक्ट वो कैमरे पे ऑन हो गए। तो उनका देखते हुए हम यहाँ विराम देते हैं अपनी चर्चा को। भविष्य में मैडम को हम और रिक्वेस्ट करेंगे कि आपके कन्वीनियंस टाइम के हिसाब से हमें स्पीकर बोल के आप सम्मानित होंगे, जॉइन होंगे। थैंक यू मैम।
Yeah, thank you so much for